Welcome everyone. I want to do an update for my 12 game challenge. Seeing as how it's almost the end of September, so we're 9 months in, and it looks like, including Metroid Prime 4, that's not releasing until December, I've got 8 games that I've purchased this year. But I've got rid of 76 games from the collection across the GameCube, the N64, the one Sega CD game I had traded for, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance. Most of those were let go of at Sigi. I think the first video I did, I had already picked up Lonely Mountain Downhill, Mobius Machine, and Mars 2120. And I got all of those in, I think it was January. But I've beat all 3 of those. Sorry. No. I beat Mobius Machine and Mars 2120. Lonely Mountain Downhill, I don't know if I'll ever beat. Some of those races and tracks are kind of tough, but it's still a lot of fun. I die a lot, but I've enjoyed it so far. But the next game I picked up, I actually wish I had waited for another sale. I knew the single player campaign was short. Didn't realize how short it was. I played some multiplayer, but not enough to get really familiar with it, so I'm not having as much fun as I could. But I really miss I think it was a horde mode from the first Space Marine. That one was a lot of fun, and even the PvP seemed a little bit more enjoyable. But maybe again that's just because I hadn't played it enough, because the single player campaign was so short compared to the single player campaign for the first Space Marine 2 to 40k, Space Marine 2. So I mean, maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. The way the game played as well with controls and everything, it felt different, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I picked up I think it was a complete edition or something. It had extra skins and whatnot, so that was $67.50 because it had some of the DLC with it. At the time, you couldn't buy just the base game. You had to buy one that had the season pass, I think is what it was. So the next game I picked up was at Game Central Station 7, and that's this one right here, Silver, for the Dreamcast. I was looking for a Dreamcast game. I wanted to add something to the library because I only have I think it was 50 Dreamcast games, so missing several probably really good titles for the Dreamcast. But looked this one up, looked at some videos. It looked interesting. They had it priced at $50. I only paid $40, and I'm looking forward to getting around to playing it. I probably need to put this in the next 1 or 2 games that I play. But yeah, so that's the 4th game I picked up this year. No, sorry, this is the 5th game. The first physical game I have picked up. The previous 4 were all digital games. The next 2, technically, I traded for these, but because I was going to see you with the intent to buy them, I'm including them on the list along with with Metroid Prime 4. I traded stuff for it, so I didn't buy it, but because I would have, if I hadn't traded for it, I'm including it on the list to try to keep it, try to not let it go too crazy with what is allowed and isn't allowed with picking stuff up. I've really enjoyed and hated this challenge, because there's been lots of times where there's there's a game, it looks like it's pretty good, but ooh, is it one that I really want to buy? If I can only buy 12 this year, is it one that I really want to pick up? And as of today, which is the 28th of September, I've only beat 22 games this year. I know I said if I had traded or beat games, I might be able to add a game to the list. But with that, I could add 9 games to the list. And that's almost the more I thought about it, it seemed like it was cheating. So I'm going to try to stick with just 12 for the year. I'm at 8. And after Metroid Prime 4, I don't know what I'm really looking for. So I don't know what, maybe I can get under 12. I don't know. But so Super Mario Odyssey and Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. These were like two of the top games I was looking for at Sigi, and I was super happy to get both of these in a trade. They had these for about $70, and I traded Mario Kart, X-Men on the Game Gear, Mario Kart for the GameCube, the Game Gear game, and I forget what else it was. Let me see if I have that written down. Oh, right here, Pokemon Soul, Hitman, Hot Wheels, Damage, Mario Kart, DD, X-Men Game Gear. Oh no, that was it. Those were the only two things. So I thought it was great because I've already played some of both of them and really have enjoyed my time with them. And I think it was a trade well worth it. I will get a lot more playtime out of both of these. Like, I will beat this one and I will beat this one. And Mario Kart Double Dash, I prefer Mario Kart for the N64. I've spent a lot of time with that one, and so I'm not sure if they could actually make a Mario Kart that would do better than that. And that's totally my take on it, and understand that is a bias that I have, but I have a lot of great memories single player, and taking those skills from single player and transferring them over to multiplayer, whether you're doing the races or the battle arenas. And I think Mario Kart 64 has the best battle modes. Like, the courses are kind of small. Yeah, it's limited to 4 players, but there were some nice tricks and stuff that you could do with them, especially the block level. I don't know that they've redone it, but it just doesn't play the same. I mean, it's because they have different items now, but yeah. Get rid of Double Dash. Got both of these. Super happy that I got them both. I've been waiting for both of these to get to a price that I thought was good. And now if I can find Metroid Prime Remastered for like $20, I'll pick that up. I really enjoyed the Prime game, so that is one I'm picking up. I'll pick up. I don't know outside of Prime 4 outside of that, and if I could find a good used copy of the Prime Remaster, what to even look for. There were some games shown at Tokyo Game Show that looked interesting, but again, it's like, do I really? I'm limited. I've only got 4 more games I can buy. Do I really want to spend that and the one of those on these other games? Prime Remaster, I know I'd get playtime out of it, so I think it'd be well worth it. I'm really wondering about the new Sonic racing game. The name just eludes me at the moment. Was it Sonic Cross Worlds? Yeah, Cross Worlds. I mean, I don't know if that was a take at Mario Kart World. Maybe not. But it looks really interesting. But again, those racing games, they're meant to be played with multiple people. And if you're not playing with friends and whatnot, it's just not as much fun. And if you can have them in the same room, it's even better. But to do a quick rundown of what I've spent so far, I've spent $127.50, and then from what I've traded, it was about $140 in trades. But the $140 in trades got me Mario Odyssey, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and it'll get me Metroid Prime 4. That's already on pre-order at the local retro shop. I actually need to go in there and see if they're going to get it December 8th or December 4th. And I'm hoping that they're going to do a midnight launch, because I'll go to that and it's like, oh, hey, I can actually get the game that's getting launched at midnight instead of just showing up to hang out. Because the number of midnight launches are like few and far between. So if you look at the $140 to about $260, $270 in games that I've gotten or will have gotten this year, and that's for 8 games. So I mean, I don't think that's a bad price. And I did beat 40K Space Marine. I beat that in the end of May. But I think and I'm debating about if I'm going to continue this challenge next year or maybe tweak it somehow. I mean, like I said, I love and I hate this challenge. I hate it because it's really limiting, but I love it because it really makes me focus on games that I want to play, and then I can take the time that I would spend playing some of these other games that I may not care that much about, and I can go and hopefully beat some of the stuff I've already got. And maybe I'll beat it and be like, all right, I beat it once, I think I'm good. Bye-bye. Because I'm really trying to slim down all of the collection and, beating a game. And then if I can find someone that I know that wants it, it even makes it even easier to let that game go. Because it's going to a good home. If it's going to a good home, it's a lot easier to be like, it's okay, bye-bye. You'll be well taken care of. It's time for somebody else to, enjoy having this game. I guess one last thing. So, the games that I've gotten, 2 of them were for the Xbox One, 2 for the Xbox Series, then the Dreamcast, 2 for the Switch, and then a third one for the Switch will be Metroid Prime 4. It's kind of crazy that I haven't picked up that many games. I've actually gotten rid of a good chunk, and I'm looking at selling the set of North American Sega Master System games that I've got. I was looking at trying to pick out the specific games that I really didn't want in it and sell it that way. But I thought it would be easier just to sell the whole kit and caboodle, get rid of that, and then that would also challenge me to look at those games and be like, do I really want to buy this game and have it in the Master System collection? Because I want a masterfully Master System collection. Yeah, that was bad. It just came up with that. It's all right though. But I'm looking forward to trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next year. Because I like I said, I kind of want to do the challenge and I kind of don't. And if I sell the Master System collection, the stuff that I buy for the Master System probably wouldn't be included in that, because I think I'd put that just to the side because it's games I've already had, and I'm just replacing, because I think it's going to be easier to sell the whole kit and caboodle all at once than it will be to piecemeal it out with some of those games, especially like the great baseball games and sport games and all the great games. Like, those aren't going to be that big of a deal. The Sega My Card games, kind of tough to let those go. But a lot of those, you're going to be looking for, someone that's a collector is going to be looking for those. Most people would probably be fine buying the cart version from Europe, because then you can play the game. But appreciate everyone's time. Hope everyone's doing well. Everybody take care, have fun, be kind to one another, stay safe, keep it retro or 360. God bless, and we will catch you all later.